Had to start our own website and show to get you to watch it.
Well, it succeeded.
Yes, it did. Don't worry, I'll never try to force you to watch soccer.
That's right.
Because soccer's against the law, at least my law. But all right, Brian, any final words? Thanks for coming on the show tonight.
Well, appreciate you guys having me. I enjoyed it. It wasn't near as bad as I thought it was going to be because, Mike tried to make it sound like it was going to be bad, so.
Yeah, well, Matt was a lot tamer than he normally is.
Oh, well, that explains everything then.
Yeah, I'm a wild man.
Matt's usually a little egotistical, shoots his mouth off. You know how he is.
Right.
Well, you'll know how he is. So. Because you know
You're talking
me,
talking about Matt or you?
I'm a little meek and
Thank
mild,
you
know me.
Meek and mild?
I'm quiet.
Oh, my
I can just sit in the corner and be quiet and let everybody else do whatever.
Oh, my goodness.
What?
After a while, you just shake your head and laugh.
You just nod your head and smile.
Yeah.
I can put you both on mute whenever I want. You know that, right?
Hey.
All right, Matt, any final words?
Well, Brian, thanks for coming on the show. It was a great time, and I think we covered quite a lot of players. The one guy, if I was going to name one last guy to lobby for, it would be Isaac Bruce. I think very overlooked. Maybe he'll get in one day, but I think there's guys that have gotten in this wide receiver logjam over the last few years that, I like a lot of the guys that have gotten in, but come on, Isaac Bruce was pretty much as good as anybody that ever played that I've ever seen. But as always, good time, and look forward to the next show.
All right, real quick, I remembered one that I don't think should be in, which is Jerome Bettis. There you go, Steve.
Now,
he did average 4 yards per carry 1 year for the Rams.
I would tell you this, though, concerning Jerome Bettis, when you I think if you minus 2 seasons out, he averaged 3.3 yards his whole career.
Oh, boy.
Defend that. So you think a guy that averaged 3.3 yards for his career is a Hall of Fame running back, Brian?
It's funny, as a Steelers fan, my heart tells me that he is, but I feel like to me, he's marginal, and the only reason I say this is because, the 3.3, but also I think he's another guy that is in more so because of the iconic view than the body of work.
Yeah, let's face it, there's not a Steeler fan in the world that if Roethlisberger doesn't tackle that Colt, that thinks Jerome Bettis should be in the Hall of Fame.
Exactly, that play right there.
That is true.
And when Jerome Bettis is in and Roger Craig's not, there's something wrong with that.
Oh, I would agree with that. And, again, I love Jerome Bettis, but at the same time, there's if you had to pick between the two, I would pick Roger Craig.
All right. Well, guys, make sure you catch the Canadian Football League show. I think it's starting next week with Brian and who's the host of that show, Matt?
Oz Davis, I believe, right?
Oz Davis. Okay. Well, I forget stuff easy, but it's usually because you're beating me over the head with these arguments. But, guys, make sure you check out the shows we've had this week. We've had Lamar Parrish on, former Cincinnati Bengal, Jeff Severson, former Washington. Hopefully he didn't listen to the show because he listens to them now. Jeff, if you do, I apologize. That's the only time I'll ever screw it up again. It's a long story, Brian, but I screwed his name up a lot, and we had to redo a show because of it.
The only reason I corrected him like that because he's told me like 5 times he's gotten it wrong, and he wants to get it right.
But I nailed it the entire time I interviewed him yesterday, so if you want to hear that, hear Jeff's new CD that came out, we play a few songs off of that. Today we interviewed former Pro Bowler Bryant McKinney from the Minnesota Vikings, Baltimore Ravens. Tomorrow night, it'll be me and Aaron for Sports World. That'll probably be on Saturday where the show will come out, so look for that Saturday. Me and Jeremiah Pricer had the boxing show tonight. Tomorrow also, we got a last-minute interview. We'll have former Oklahoma standout. 1980s was named the NCAA football's Defensive Player of the Decade. Tony Casillas, who went on to win 2 Super Bowls with the Dallas Cowboys. So you can check that out tomorrow afternoon. Check out Gridiron Mode, www.gridironmode.com, the interactive football app, and our main sponsor, so make sure you give them some business. You can catch us now on iHeart, iTunes, Spreaker, Stitcher, TuneIn, pretty much everywhere you find a sports podcast, you'll find us. So we will see you guys next week. Brian will see you with the CFL show. Me and Matt will be back with some more Legends show. Actually, we're working with the Gridiron Greats towards the end of next week, so you get a lot of interviews with guys we haven't had on yet. So for Brian Schmidt, Matt Andruscavage, I'm Mike Goodpaster. You've been listening to The Grueling Truth, where the legends speak.